You in a relationship, you're just kicking it, and you're attempting to find out, well, you want to know, what are we doing? Where is this going? I am going to teach you how to have the commitment conversation. First thing you want to do is understand the reason that you're having it. You're not having this conversation because you want to sway the other person to your way of thinking. You're not having this conversation so you can berate the person about their belief system. You're simply having the commitment conversation because you want clarity. You want clarity. And because you want clarity, you have a right to have the conversation. So the first step one, write this down. Somebody put this in the chat. Step one, the first thing you do is you ask the person for permission to talk. You say, hey, listen, I have something that I'd love to share with you. I have something that I want to talk to you about. Is it okay if we set up a time to talk about it? You're not going to blurt it out, because you know what happens many times. What do we do, y'all? We want to say something and we want to get it off our chest quick. And so the other person is working on the computer. And what we do is, I got something to say. You know what? Where are we going with this relationship? What are we doing? What are we doing? And so the first thing you do is you ask the person for permission to speak with them. So let me explain to you why this step is super important. When you ask a person for permission to talk, if a person gives you permission to talk, what they're saying is they are saying that to you that the conversation is important to me as well, and I am going to trade some of my time for this conversation. Y'all, that is super duper duper important. You ask the person for permission to talk, because they may say, I don't have the time right now. You say, okay, sure. When would be a good time? Tomorrow or the next day? And when the person says, yes, we can talk tomorrow at 10, is that okay? Sure. Now, the other person has told you by their actions that the conversation is important to them. Now, they've also not only given you their time by asking permission to talk, they also said, I'm giving you my attention. Step two, once you get their attention, the first thing you do is write this down. You affirm the relationship. You say, listen, I really love spending time with you and connecting. I really like the fact that we spend time, that we talk, that we have fun with each other. I love the fact that we are able to talk about anything. The second part of the conversation is to affirm the relationship. And so when you affirm the relationship, notice I didn't start off negative. What we doing in this relationship? I don't know where we're going, and I feel like, well, I'm wasting my time. What I'm doing is I affirm the conversation. I really like when we spend time together. I really like it, the fact that we are connected, okay? You see, what I'm also doing, I'm paving the way for a positive conversation. You ever notice how when we start the conversation, many times we start the conversation with a negative thought. What are we doing? I don't feel like wasting my time. I'm tired of doing this. But when you start the conversation with an affirmation, I'm affirming something that I like about the relationship. I am paving the way for the rest of the conversation. Even if we disagree, the rest of the conversation is going to be positive. All right? Like I said, it doesn't matter if we agree. It simply matters that the conversation is positive. So step three, you tell the person what it is you're wanting. You say, I've really been reflecting on our relationship this far, and I wanted to tell you that I'm really looking for a committed relationship. You are direct and to the point. I simply want to know that if we share the same vision. I deeply enjoy our time together, but I deeply value my time. Notice what I said. I told the truth. I simply said, what I'm looking for. I said, I like the relationship. I value our time. This whole conversation, here's the most important part. It's not about them. Watch this. This third part. I am looking for a committed relationship. I value my time and I'm not talking about them. I don't want to spend my time and energy doing things that are not in alignment with where I want to go. Okay. I've reached that point in our relationship. I've enjoyed it. It's fun. So I don't want to misconstrue anything. Notice what I'm doing. I'm saying I. I'm saying I. I value my time. I want to be in alignment with someone. I realize this is important to me. Notice what I'm doing. Notice I have not said anything about the other person. I simply said, I value my time. I value I value it. I want to do things that are in alignment with me. Now watch this. And I totally understand. I totally understand if you don't want the same thing. I just appreciate your honesty and transparency. You tell the person what you want simply using I language. I want this. I need someone who is in alignment with me. I don't want to waste my time with someone who does not want the thing that I want. I simply value where I am in my life, and I value what I'm doing. And I want to spend it with someone who wants the things that I want. You see, y'all, you ever notice how when we have this conversation, we only have the conversation with the word you. You're not giving me what I want. You're not spending time with me. You're not prioritizing me. You're not doing that. Y'all, you notice I'm turning all of that on its head. I am not going to talk with the other person about you. I never use the word. I value my time. I simply want to know if we are in alignment with each other. I understand if you don't see it that way. I totally understand. I just need to invest my time with someone who is in alignment with what I want. You ever notice? So here's the part that I need y'all to know. When I told her to do this, she was so used to using the word you when we practiced on it. She had the toughest time having a conversation without saying you. Because how many times, y'all, have we been so programmed or conditioned to use the word? You know what? When she did it this way, there are no accusations. There are no expectations. There is no sob story. None of the above. What it is it is just a person who said, if you, because this is the only time she used, if this is not in alignment with you, I totally understand. I just want to be. Remember, I told you the purpose of this is not to make people feel sorry. It's not to get your way. The purpose is for clarity. When you have this conversation this way, it gives you tea. And so the other person may say something like this. Watch this. The other person may say, truth is, I don't want no serious relationship right now. I ain't looking for that. Okay. Now they've told you. And so now you know. Now you are responsible for what you know. Then you have to honor what it is you say. At that point, you say, I must take my time. I appreciate you. I've enjoyed what we're doing, but I have to step away from the relationship. She was willing to accept less than what she wanted because she was fear of being abandoned. And this is not, y'all, just for men or women. This is for both people. This is for both. This message, this is not a message of with just men or just women. And so a lot of times we don't know if we're in alignment with people because we don't communicate properly.